Hi, neighbors. Welcome to Season 4 of the Stoners Nextdoor, coming to you live from Cell Block C with inmate Aaron and inmate Mal. Remember to kickstart your weekend here every Friday with a curated critique of some of the craziest posts by your next-door neighbors from around the country.
This is Aaron.
And I'm Mal. Welcome back to Stoners Nextdoor.
Today we're going to start with a photo from Scott's post in Best of Nextdoor. It's a picture of something that somebody had for sale on their neighborhood. And it was chocolate.
I said you had me at chocolate.
Hand chocolate dipped strawberries with letters on the top.
Oh my God.
And on top, the letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, there were 12 strawberries. So the letters on top of the strawberries spelled out best dick ever. And it said,
I'm guessing that's not his name.
Chocolate covered strawberries. And it says $15.
Oh,
and you're
that's
like,
not bad.
No,
All
that's
right.
not
That's
bad.
pretty good. Like
chocolate covered
less than
strawberries with best dick ever.
Right.
And someone says, or Amy says, is this dick still available? Paula says, it is a thing to be celebrated. Mercedes says, I'd like precise measurements, please. And Jack says, sometimes it is worth springing for the extra 3 berries for your friend Richard. Instead of best dick ever, best Richard ever.
That's good. That's good.
Myra says,
I love
this
her.
is how I let my neighbors know I'm banging their husbands.
Oh my God. Just send it across the street. Myra for the win. Myra and Mercedes, we got to get them we got to get them on the show to do like a post off. That is so funny. Oh my God. Okay.
All right. We're emailing them after
for
this
sure.
episode.
We got to find them. All right.
Yeah.
So Aaron's handed me a cold read. Okay. Ricardo. It's from Ricardo. I do not understand you folks. Why call yourselves an American if you do not believe in freedom? What's wrong with you people? Barry says, I agree, Ricardo. This is America. We should be able to do and say what we want when we want. And Jack says, I agree too. Some people just think they are free enough, and maybe that's a fair enough argument, but it definitely seems like we're going down the road of Orwell's 1984. Nobody can talk about anything without getting hostile and freedom and justice. Well, this is an angry one. And then Barry comes back. Someone again relates it back to Orwell. Barry comes back. David Richards is out here to defend every man's unalienable right to speak freely or use the free market or expose yourself in public.
So he just turns it around.
Totally. Michael says, I got to reread the Bill of Rights. And then Laura says, I have never called myself an America. So I guess this post exactly. This post does not apply to me. Oh my gosh. People, calm yourselves down. Okay.
So here's one. What more can I do? I bought a really nice car for a 40-year-old homeless woman living in a tent.
What?
2.5 months ago. She soon made arrangements to live with a friend in an apartment, but in 2.5 months, she never applied for a single job. Her friend recently asked her to move out. He has a new girlfriend. And then, of course, the homeless woman smashed the car. It is Christmas Eve, and she is now living in a tent again. Some people do not know and cannot figure out how to climb out of their own holes.
Okay.
Married for the win.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Oh, that was a good one.
What do you... There's so much to say.
There's
that just
so much to say there.
We could spend an hour on it.
For sure.
Whoa.
Okay, we're going to go to a post from M. Not me, but M. Okay. I used to attend this store regularly until the shift manager accused me of abusing their free seniors coffee offer. I'm allowed to have free seniors coffee because I'm senior. I may not look senior, but I am because I'm a senior.
That's right.
And if I want my free coffee, my free senior coffee, or 5 a day, then I will get my 5 free senior coffees. You know, we just had a post about freedom in America. This fits right in. I've never been embarrassed in my life. They implied I was some sort of entitled beggar. Now they changed their policy. Free seniors coffee with purchase. So I just bring my thermos while I socialize with my very important friends. You know, I have important friends in this town. No one stops me from having multiple freebies. You go on, Suzanne. That was tough. Then we get to the comments. Okay, Patty says, seems like they just stopped you from having multiple freebies, Madge. Get over yourself. Right. And then, why do seniors get a discount? They've had the most time to raise the money.
That is kind of
true. Jennifer says, multiple freebies, name of your next sex tape. That's good. This same person, Caitlin says, this same person probably calls younger generations entitled for wanting $15 minimum wage. For sure. Melanie, I like the humble brag about not looking like a senior too. And Amber, this is good. Amber says, no one stops me from having multiple freebies. Challenge accepted. Someone get this a senior a cape. Good. Oh my goodness, people. I mean, in the world today, what the heck?
So there's a couple cold reads.
Okay.
This one's just for sale.
Okay.
That's all it is.
For sale, free. Broken 65-inch 4K LG LCD TV.
Thanks.
I'll take it. Maybe you can fix it. It's 5 years old. It had great picture when it worked. Too bad things don't last longer. I think the backlight is out, but it was great. When it worked. So now you can just have it just cluttering up your living room.
Come on by, pick it up.
Pick it up. It's yours. It's free.
Take it to the store. Well,
65-inch. I mean, that's like impressive.
$500 to fix it, and you can get a new one
for sure. Exactly. Exactly. That is kind of a sad commentary, but you're correct. Oh my! I don't even know where to go with this one. Okay. So there's an ad, and I don't know. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Where do you start?
I don't know where to start with this one.
It's a picture.
It is a picture of a
poster.
Kid. Yeah, the poster.
The guy had created a poster about himself.
Yes. So,
but then because you couldn't read the poster,
right? Exactly.
He typed it all out.
Right. So here's that. Okay. So here's what it is. Okay. So here's the proposition. Hi, everyone. I know this is a long shot, but here we are. I'm moving back to Portland to study for my master's in social work, as well as taking care of my aging grandma. And I'm looking for a backyard to legally park a small trailer in come September. I've attached a flyer I made with some important information, and I'm happy to discuss the possibilities with anyone who has extra backyard space. In case you can't read the flyer, here's some information. Hello, I'm Matthew. I grew up in Portland, but have spent the past 14 years dancing professionally in Europe, as well as managing a small nonprofit that works with youth in Ethiopia. Currently, I'm living with my partner in Turkey, but I am moving back to Portland in September to study my master's in social work. Additionally, I'm coming home to take care of my grandmother as her health has taken a turn after a stroke. Oh, okay. And it goes on. Between my classes, my internships, and a graduate assistantship position, I will be busy for around 70 hours a week, unpaid, he says.
Oh my God.
Adding in care for my grandmother, as well as occasional part-time work, there are just not enough hours in the week to be able to afford adequate housing in Portland. So my solution is to purchase a small self-contained trailer to live in and find a donated spot close to my grandmother's apartment to park it. As this is just an introduction, I don't want to ramble on too much, but I'm happy to answer any questions and discuss the possibilities with you more. Please feel free to reach out. And then he goes on to say, having one camper in your backyard is completely legal in Portland. I have a perfect credit score, no criminal record, a clean background check, am vaccinated and boosted, and can provide ample references. What I can offer, all utilities paid monthly, yard maintenance, a clean and quiet neighbor, a greater sense of community knowing that you're sharing resources. While I'm waiting to find a spot before buying a trailer, it will look something like 12 to 18 feet long, clean interior, nature's head, composting toilet, so no sewage issues. I don't understand this. Discrete electric and water hookups. Oh my goodness sakes. And then it keeps going on. And then he says, social work is tough, underpaid, public service field, but I'm dedicated to improving our city and offering assistance to everyone who needs it. The flip side is that right now I need assistance as well. So I want, Matt. I believe in the mutual aid, communities taking care of each other, and I simply cannot afford Portland's housing market at the moment. I need this help in order to be able to give my fullest in the future. I'm going to give him an A for effort and for just ingenuity. Oddly, he didn't get many responses. I wonder why. just a note. I think Matthew is still looking for that.
Yeah. Well,
oh my stars.
And so we are going to talk for just a couple minutes today about a couple serious things, which we don't typically do, but
there's been a lot going on.
There's been a lot going on. And so we have a couple serious stories. So that was a little more on the serious side. For this guy who really wants to help people looking for a place to live, but he needs a place. He has to live somewhere free.
Someone's got to pay it forward first, and then he can pay it back.
So what
goodness.
that's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, are you the person who can take that on?
Right.
Here's a post by Scott in the Brentwood Darlington neighborhood. Today I called 911 for an individual experiencing a mental health crisis. The individual was naked on MLK, languishing incoherently in morning traffic in the middle of the road.
Mercy.
The fact I came across to see such an ordeal is not so surprising. What was alarming is that it took 4 minutes for the 911 operator to take my call.
Yeah.
The police came within 2 minutes. So thanks to the police department for that. In the end, they let them go without any sort of help other than getting them out of traffic.
Did they put clothes on him at least?
This crisis unfolded in my view, but waiting to call 911 4.5 minutes in crisis seems ineffectual to anyone having an emergency.
Yeah, that's a long time.
And I totally agree with that. So there's just a response by Sorsha and Lentz, who says we probably should pay our public service workers a living wage so they can take jobs as 911 operators. Yeah. And I think that's
a good point.
Part of it,
yeah.
Because I think that job is really stressful.
It is.
I know they're understaffed because no one wants to do that job, or it's surprisingly low. Like when they tell you, oh, you'll make $20 an hour.
Yeah.
And everyone who calls you will be having a crisis.
Right. Yeah. That's just not right. $20 an hour and your soul.
I couldn't. I couldn't do it.
I don't think I could either. I mean, no way.
So hats off to the people who do that and agreed that we need to pay 911 operators for a little more than
certain.
That.
And
whatever it is.
One more on a serious note coming out of Palhurst Gilbert. Yesterday around 5:30 p.m., we were at Don Pedro's truck in Ace's parking lot on 122nd and Powell. We sat in our car waiting for our order, watching these 4 boys around 12 years old. They rode up on bikes, got off the bikes, started acting ramped up like boys do. All of a sudden, one of the boy pulls out an exact replica of a Glock pistol out from under his shirt. He pointed the gun at each of his friends' heads, pulling the trigger. He pointed his gun at two older people sitting at a table, peacefully eating their dinner. Mind you, this kid is around 12. What freaking type of parent would even let their kid have possession of a replica Glock in the first place? What type of parent would let their kid ride their bike around with a gun that looks like a real gun? These parents one day might sadly end up with a shot kid because he pulled out his toy replica gun and pointed it at the wrong person who shot back with a real gun. That's just startling. It's, with what's going on in the world today, it is just shocking. And there has to be an answer. There has to be a way that we can keep our babies safe and be free to go to a grocery store or a movie theater without, wondering if you're going to come back home. So that's my rant on that.
No, agreed. That was beautiful. Thank you. And now we're going to close this episode and this season with this final story. John in Hosford, Abernathy posted, my car was not stolen last night. My cat is home. The porch chairs are still there. My noisy neighbor is out of town. Sunshine and showers on blooms everywhere. I love Portland.
That's nice.
Mickey said, may the wind always be at your back. Mike says, when I stand on my head, my frown turns into a smile.
That's cute. That's cute.
And Robert says, thank you for the good news. I had a great dog walk today. I had a warm breeze from the south, sunshine on my face. A nice neighbor brought me 2 plant starts I had admired in her yard, and sometimes
That's so
life
sweet.
here is very sweet.
Yeah.
And people, there were so many other comments like that. Barbara sort of summarized it all by saying, I love this. We hear the bad news, such as, is Portland over, with doom ringing, social media pointing out crime, and yet all these things have happened before. Wherever humans come together, there is crime. It will never stop. There will be more crime as the population rises. There's so much to rejoice over: music, smiling faces, and kindness. It is up to us. We can choose to be kind, and we can make a difference.
I like that. I challenge, while we're on hiatus for a couple of months, let's all keep contact either through our Facebook page or our Nextdoor page, which is growing. And thank you all so much. We are over 700 people on our Nextdoor and nearly 400 on Facebook. And let's just post these sort of random, nice things. Let's really build a community here and a safe place just for us stoners.
We'll see you. Well, thank you. And we will be back in October.
And remember, no matter who you are or where you live, be nice to the stoners next door, because you never know who they are and you never know what stories they have to tell.
The Stoners Next Door is a production of Aaron Douglas Enterprises, LLC.